Hey everybody, it's me, Zach, and welcome back to my channel. Hey everybody, it's me, Zach, and I am finally back again. And we got a lot to cover today, and I just preemptively want to say that I'm going to have timestamps so you can skip around all over the place, because I've got a little bit of like an update about why I kind of like disappeared for a little bit. I want to quickly address some of the comments from my own videos about me playing Fortnite with Amberlynn. And then we're going to react to both of the videos that Amberlynn posted that had my name in the title. She actually, at this point, at the time of filming, she's posted 3 videos I haven't reacted to. The most recent one she posted yesterday on Sunday. And I think if y'all want, I'll just react to that separately in a video tomorrow. I know it'll be late at this point, but I know so many of you just love to watch whatever I post, so I will react to that one tomorrow. I figured a lot of people have probably been wondering what my thoughts were on all of the things that she may or may not have said about me. I could probably guess. I could probably just guess some of the things that she has to say, but we'll get into all of that. First, I want to start with like just a quick update about why I haven't been streaming on Twitch or posting on YouTube. And I'm gonna keep it mostly brief because a large part of it has to deal with Noel, and Noel is not a part of this channel in that way these days, and it's not really a lot of folks' business. But in the context of me being gone, unfortunately I had to take Noel to the ER one day last week, and it turned into Noel being in the hospital for a few days. Noel is home now. Noel is feeling somewhat better, and we're working on it with his doctors and things like that. So, but otherwise, like, he is fine as we stand now, and I am able to be back here and filming and things like that, but that's just where I was for a little bit last week. On top of that, Poe, our dog Poe, had some gastrointestinal issues, so in between going to the hospital to be with Noel, I was here taking care of Poe's poop. Like, not too much. I don't want to share too much about Poe's issues either, but he was pooping irregular poops. And I am a shitting, pissing, and farting channel, so I guess that's par for the course here. You shouldn't be too surprised that we're talking about poop over here, but yeah, that was happening with Poe at the same time. So, needless to say, last week was a very stressful week. I think the world is just a comedian. She just thinks she's really funny, and she's like, oh, you enjoyed a nearly week-long vacation in the Caribbean Sea? Great, love that for you, but also, you're gonna come back to Chicago and you're gonna go through it for a week, so just deal with that, okay? She said, deal with it. We gotta balance things out. We can't have you being too happy. So, last week was trying. And it's okay, and we made it through it, and I'm back again, and here we are. Now, when it comes to Fortnite and Amberlynn, I do just want to, you know, restate, re-clarify, help provide some further understanding for folks about why I came back from my trip to Grand Cayman and made a video where I addressed Amberlynn suggesting she'd play Fortnite with me, and why I rescinded the offer and no longer was interested in it. I think some people stopped listening after the very first point I made in that statement. In hindsight, some people on that video were upset about the concept of me just playing a game with her. And honestly, just truly, it would not be worth dealing with people being upset about me having any kind of interaction with Amberlynn, so I would not, will not, probably will never play Fortnite with her. Honestly, truly, it just doesn't feel worth it. And I also did say, just to be clear, that I didn't want to have any communication with her, and I do think if that's the expectation that I set and that y'all are holding me to, then that's fair, and I agree. Like, I don't want any communication with her. Another good point is that the reason also that I shouldn't do it is because I've specifically always tried to keep some things to myself to enjoy that aren't content, that aren't a part of my like social media presence. And so I don't want to ruin one of my favorite hobbies, which is playing Fortnite, by bringing it into this corner of the internet. So if you recall, I did say at the beginning, like in that conversation, I said, you know, I'd gotten some comments from people that were disappointed that I would be interacting with Amberlynn, communicating with Amberlynn. There was one person, I believe I said that, you know, had left a comment talking about, like, I don't understand why you'd want to be best friends with Amberlynn or something along those lines. I'm paraphrasing, I don't have it sitting in front of me. And so I did state that as a part of the reason that I didn't want to play Fortnite with Amberlynn Reed. I also stated that some of those comments helped remind me that I set a very clear boundary for myself when it comes to communicating with Amberlynn, and those comments helped me remember that boundary and why I put that boundary in place. So specifically, that boundary's in place because, you know, just recently, Amberlynn came out with this video talking about her weight loss surgeon and talking about how some creators on this platform doxed her. And she said that I knew the whole time and I kept her secret, and then she tried to kind of like talk about it in a way that I was manipulating my audience or lying to my audience because I knew that whole time but didn't say anything to you all. And she, very importantly at the time, left out how she was in my DMs cursing me out for doxing her, because at the time she claimed I doxed her. She didn't say it in that video, but at the time she claimed that I was doxing her. Yelled at me relentlessly, cursed me out, this, that, the other, and I said, I don't want to be involved in that. I actually said that way back then, that I didn't want to be involved with that. I DM'd her and told her I didn't want to talk to her anymore. And then when it all came out all over again, people were upset that I had been DMing her, and I said, hey, just so you know, I don't want to talk to her. I don't want to communicate with her. I want to come on here, I want to watch my soaps, my soap opera that is the Amberlynn Reed channel, and I want to be gone. So, you know, if there's anything to criticize about, you know, my decision to or to not play Fortnite with her, it should be my original, like, excitement over the idea of playing Fortnite with her. I was on a high because I love Fortnite. I was on a high because I was getting ready to go on vacation. And so in my head, I was like, this sounds like the best idea ever. And then I remembered, oh yeah, Zachary, you set boundaries. Now, for Amberlynn, I don't know, one of the videos that we're about to react to has Zach Can't Take the Heat in the title. So I just imagine some of the nonsense she's about to say. But what Amberlynn probably doesn't understand is the concept of boundaries, because we've seen her violate boundaries that she sets for herself all the time. And this is a boundary that I have set for myself to, one, give myself mental peace and clarity, and two, to like be transparent with my audience. I think the other important part of the reasoning I gave for not playing Fortnite with Amberlynn is that I had also said that I really truly didn't want to bring something that was a hobby of mine that I really enjoyed into the work that I do. The work. I mean, I know that's a weird concept, but the work that I do here on YouTube. And if you have followed me for a long time, either here or on Twitch, you know, I did at one point try to do gaming on a whole separate channel, and I even did gaming on Twitch for a while. I don't do gaming anywhere on any social media anymore. I tried to do it, and I stopped doing it because it wasn't fun. It was like clocking into work to play a game that I felt like was a hobby for me. And so that was another big thing that I had reflected on. It was like, if you bring Fortnite into this, like, you're gonna be so irritated with the concept of Fortnite. And honestly, Fortnite is a way that I like to relax and unwind, and I don't want to ruin that for myself. So yes, because a lot of people were upset in my comments further that, like, why are you gonna let people in your comments decide who or what you do on this channel? You know, like, what about those of us that wanted to see you play with Amberlynn, this, that, the other? The comments were one part of it, and this is an important thing also that maybe Amberlynn doesn't realize as well, is like, I am good at critically, like, listening to comments, reading comments, and deciding what from the comments I want to listen to and what I don't want to listen to, and what I think will be beneficial feedback and what is just feedback from people being upset for no reason. And I think on both sides, the people who were upset I think all of their feelings about whether or not I am or am not going to play Fortnite with Amberlynn are valid. Either way, there are going to be people in my comments that were upset by me choosing one way or the other. And so I just went with what really stuck to, like, my feelings and emotions about the situation and my boundaries that I'd already had set in place in regards to communicating with Amberlynn and also making Fortnite or gaming in general a part of my work. I don't want to ramble about that too much because I imagine we're going to get more into that as we discuss the videos in question. There are 2 videos where she talks about Fortnite and me, and they are respectively 10 minutes long and 8.5 minutes long. So I think we should be able to reasonably watch both of them in this video, and this will probably be a little bit of a longer video because of that. But like I said, there will be timestamps for you to skip ahead to the videos you might want to see my particular reaction on. So we'll go ahead and get started with the one that was posted first. This was actually posted last Tuesday. I remember it came up while I was streaming on Twitch, and my plan was to react to it the next day because I'd already filmed a reaction to Chantal swimming. If you haven't watched that, that's a wild ride, but I had already filmed that, so I just went ahead and posted it. And my plan was to react to this on Wednesday, and obviously did not, but the title of this video in particular is called Mother's Day with Family, Fortnite. I love the typo. I actually took a screenshot during my Twitch stream just in case she went and fixed the typo so that I could show you. But it is nearly a week later and the typo is still there. Fortnite with Zachary, Michael, and TJ Maxhall. Bar vlog. So yeah, let's just get to, shall we?
Hello, welcome to
Hi.
the vlog. So I just got done sweeping.
I know at this point it's just nothing is left to be said, but I don't understand why she's always setting us on this shelf with this plant. I don't understand what the cinematic direction is here, but but the little plant leaf just chilling in there is so irritating. It just feels like she really is trying to do something or thinks she's doing something, and it's just not. I don't think it's doing what she thinks it's doing.
Got ready for the day. Obviously, I'm about to take Twinkie out. I promise this is not a perfume channel, okay? But
I never thought it was.
Eyelash 3. I don't know if you guys remember me telling you, but I said that I feel like Eyelash 4 is gonna be blue, and I still feel that way. Like, Billy currently has, like, blue everywhere, and I said that before she even did that, so...
Sorry.
I don't know what that was, but
I don't know what my laugh was. Oh gosh, I'm a little bit delirious. I will say, I feel still like I'm catching up on a lot of sleep, and I also... if you're sick of vacation talk, welcome back to gay softball talk, because the gay softball league started up yesterday, and I was out in the sun for a long time yesterday, so I'm a little delirious. Not delulu and delirious are 2 different ideas and concepts. I'm feeling a little delirious. I'm feeling a little sleep deprived.
you know what? Let's just go with it. Okay, so we're currently in TJ Maxx, which I'm pretty excited about because my mom's never been to one that was like actually up and running, because last time we went,
I will say, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. I imagine it's going to come up in Amberlynn's videos at some point. I think she actually right now does seem to be like a little bit like pre-recorded, like content's pre-recorded. But I do just want to say I have seen the stuff. I saw it in particular through my Twitch community and also on Twitter. I've seen that there's somebody that works at this TJ Maxx who pulled like the security footage of her going in and out of the TJ Maxx. Y'all know my stance when it comes to invading her life in a way like that. The fact that somebody would risk their job at the TJ Maxx just so they could win internet points by showing Amberlynn walking in a way that she's shown herself walking. It's very weird to me as a concept. I don't know why you would do that. And if anything, it's just gonna give Amberlynn more talking points about why some people on the internet are crazy, you know? and then I'll have to agree with her, and then people will get mad at me for agreeing with her because you're not allowed to agree with anything Amberlynn says. But y'all are crazy. If y'all are pulling security footage from your employer's security cameras just so you can go share it on the internet, that's weird. That's weird, besties. So anyways, just so you know, that was a thing I did see on the Twitter, and some people from my Twitch community did share with me.
Store was like shut down, so she gets to experience it.
She gets to experience the TJ Maxx. What a thrill. Sorry, I went on a little bit of a rant there, but wow, how amazing that your mom gets to experience the magic and wonder of a fucking TJ Maxx.
These are so adorable. They're pink acrylic paisley HB tumblers. I'm trying to decide if I should get them or not. They're only $6.99.
Wait!
This ramen.
Wait, why are you gonna look at the ramen when those little dumplings are right there? Those dumplings are so cute!
Candle, and then there's like a little dumpling.
Yeah!
So freaking adorable.
The little bow. It's so
the
cute.
mushrooms and the crab, the edamame, the scallions.
I don't give a shit about the ramen. We need to talk about the fucking dumpling, girl. Let's go!
Scallions. I said that's so weird.
Oh, thank you for this riveting B-roll footage.
I got some goodies, and so did my mom.
Let's
so
go.
We're at Hobby Lobby. My mom wanted to come here, so we're just looking around.
Okay.
Oink. Isn't that so cute?
I guess.
Dinosaur earrings. Wow.
Wow.
This is beautiful.
I guess.
Players would say this is Amberlynn's ring size. Alright, so
we don't know what your real ring size is because you and old Beck like lied about the engagement ring size that you used to have. Could you imagine that big old like little daisy ring from the Hobby Lobby coming out on a little vibrator proposing to Amberlynn Reed?
I've been home for hours. It's actually super late at night. I did have a little haul, but I could just show that tomorrow. Tomorrow's actually Mother's Day.
Sure.
So I'll see you guys then.
Sure. Okay, so this was all taking place while I was in Grand Cayman. This was real time happening while I was in the Caribbean Sea. While I was on a beach.
Hello, you guys.
Hi.
Mother's Day. So today is the first Mother's Day that I've had with my mom since I was just a child.
Great.
So I'm actually going with her and family, and we're going to go to Texas Roadhouse and have like a Mother's Day
Let's
dinner.
fucking go. Them rolls at the Texas Roadhouse, it's been a long time since I had it. It's been a long time since I had Texas Roadhouse, but them rolls are pretty good, if I remember correctly. Because don't they give you the little, like, honey butter? The butter that they give you, it's, like, got a little honey in it. Oh, yes, that's very good. Very good.
Really excited. I'm going to give her gifts. I just got her some things that I know she wanted. It's just things that she said in passing that she wanted. But anyways, I want to give you a haul from yesterday when we went to TJ Maxx.
Saying something in passing and getting it for them means that you're really so thoughtful and amazing and wonderful. At least that's what she always says about her girlfriends in the past. When you remember when like wifey would always get her stuff and she's like, oh my god, that was so thoughtful that she thought to even get me that because I totally just said it in passing. And it's like, girl, we know you were dropping them heavy hints that you wanted that Titanic Lego.
I want to show you what I got. So I did end up getting these glasses.
Oh,
I just
great.
They were so freaking cute. I'm loving pink.
They're not my
always love
taste.
pink. But for some reason, it's just doing something for me. So I got this pink dice candle. I thought it was super cute.
You saw that bowl sitting right there, that little dumpling candle sitting right there, and you said, the one I need, really, truly, is this pink dye. That's what I needed? Okay. Listen, you can't teach taste. You can't teach taste. You surely can't.
And I'm just gonna have, chilling up here somewhere. So what I'm about to show you is definitely something that you wouldn't have seen me getting a couple years ago. But I think very slowly my style is changing. But look at these adorable glasses. Aren't they so cute? I don't know, something about them just spoke to me. Like, I love the color.
I mean, to be honest, she's like, oh, you wouldn't expect to have seen me get these a couple of years ago. Girl, the only thing that I don't expect you to get them for is that those are clearly, like, to drink alcohol from, and you ain't out here drinking alcohol fancy enough to put in any kind of, like, stemmed glass like that. Like, I think the Buzzball comes in its own container to drink from. I don't know, I guess unless you're pouring it out into fancy glasses. But, like, aesthetically, I absolutely would expect you to get something that looked like that. Like, that aesthetically is very much giving Amberlynn Reid.
The shape. So I do my makeup out of my makeup bag, and my makeup bag is very small. So I wanted to get something a little bit bigger, and I like that this was see-through. Like, when I'm doing my makeup, I can really see, like, what I'm grabbing and stuff. This was just much needed. It's definitely something that's going to make my everyday makeup a lot more, easy.
The first purchase I don't hate as a concept. It sounds like hopefully that will be helpful and useful, because so far everything else has been meh. Like, everything else has been like, you don't necessarily need that. Which also, buy whatever you want, Amberlynn. I'm just saying, that seems like It seems like... Yo, I will also say today, the other thing that I'm struggling with is there's so many loud cars going in and out on the street outside of me. And then two, there's so much construction, like different construction projects happening outside of our home right now. And I've just been waiting also for the time to film when it was less noisy, the least noisy. And it's just a struggle. So if there's these random noises, I'm so sorry.
So now I'm about to get my mom's gifts together. Oh, and I finally got that cart thingy. It's still in the box.
That cart
thingy? People who live in, like, apartments they use for, like, groceries and such. Oh. So I'm going to put that together real quick. So it's a folding wagon. I'm about to open it up. Twinkie's like, what is this?
I'm obsessed that she keeps clarifying that it's, like, for people that live in apartments. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I live in the city, but first of all, this was not what I was anticipating, but people in the city use their own little, like, shopping carts all the time because a lot of people don't have cars, so they walk to grocery stores and things like that. So I don't know. I don't know why it's so funny that she feels like, I feel like she's overly clarifying that it's like for people who live in apartments so that people don't think it's just like her own mobility issues. And I think either of those explanations is like fine and justifiable. Like, any kind of tool that helps you access the world easier is fine. Like, you don't have to clarify why you're using it. But I do know from her perspective, like, people on the internet are probably going to be rude to her about it. So I guess that's probably why she's overly clarifying it. I don't know. I just think it's interesting.
All right, so here it is.
Cute.
I do have to screw this guy on down here.
Well,
I'm a little confused.
I'm always screwing this guy on, if you know what I'm saying.
Really a tool grilly pop. But I did figure it out. So this is definitely going to be easier.
I'm so proud of you.
I do carry some heavy things like litter, dog food, cat food, water bottles, things of diet soda. And it's like, I have a hernia and I'm not really supposed to be carrying heavy things.
I love the things of diet soda being in there amongst all those other things that are like actually essential. It's like, oh, dog food, cat litter, gotta carry my diet soda. Which, like, tea also. Diet soda is very important and necessary.
So that's why I've been using my suitcase. This is just gonna be a lot easier.
What is this?
1, 2, 3, who loves me?
What is What is this?
Oh my god.
Who is this an intentional troll? Oh, you know what? It's probably because that's probably Grandma Lynn all the way on the right, and she probably just doesn't want to include her face in it. But this is so goofy. I feel like she, like, intentionally left this in or included this because, you know, it is the awkward body shot. I'm surprised it wasn't in the thumbnail. But actually, this might have been the video with the thumbnail that had her mom in it, where, like, her mom, like, looks really bad. And a lot of people I saw on Twitter asking, like, why would you use that thumbnail of your mom? Like, she looks not great in it. It's really unflattering. But yeah, this feels like an intentional troll moment.
Did you take one?
Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, you mother trucker. Motherfucker. Literally a motherfucker.
Baby, can't put that in my blog.
Oh my God. Oh, what is this? Who's this? Who is this man? Why is this man's ass on my screen? Why is this man's ass right there on my screen? What is going on?
That's a good picture. Yeah, look.
Wait, let me see.
Oh my God. I do not need to see this man's saggy pants. Like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Wait, we look adorable.
Of course.
Share.
I just feel like this is also okay, so why didn't we just include the heads to begin with? Why didn't we just include the faces to begin with if you're gonna put this in here like this? What was that angle for? See, now I really do think that was just intentional trolling, because I thought, maybe she's just doing it to protect her grandma's identity. I assume that's her grandma all the way on the right. That's wild. Oh, multiple photos. Oh, is this the Texas Roadhouse? Let's fucking go.
Let me show them your hair, how pretty it is.
Okay, hurry.
Oh yeah, this is the one with the thumbnail.
She got one.
Look at my mom's hair.
That's how long.
Isn't it gorgeous?
Mine was longer than that when I moved here.
I'm jealous of it.
Wow.
Oh, ever so cute.
Like mother, like daughter. This long ass hair.
Okay guys, so I've been home for like 10 minutes. I had such a good day. Hold on, am I vlogging like way too close to the camera? I remember when I first started YouTube, I would vlog like this.
Sure.
Like I literally would film myself this close. I
think,
don't know why
I think
or what I was doing or what I was thinking. It happened more frequently than you know.
I think she still films like that. There was only a slight difference when she pulled it closer to her face.
Normal vloggers are like way out here. They're like, hey guys, like, but anyways. I had such a good Mother's Day with my grandma as well, so that's who you saw in the video clip and in the photo. Then my mom's boyfriend was there, and it was just a really good time. I got a sirloin and seasoned rice and mashed potatoes. I always get the same thing whenever I go to Texas Roadhouse. My mom loved her gifts, which I was really happy about. And then we just spent some time at my grandma's house, and it was just a really, really good day.
Great.
I know Mother's Day can be really hard. Like,
sure.
I spent a lot of Mother's Days where I was just really sad, wishing my mom was in my life, wishing things were different, and now we're like at that point that I for so long wished for. I'm here living it, and I think that's crazy where it's just like, don't give up hope. Like ever. Things can change, people can change, people can do better and be better, and my mom is living proof of that, and we're working our relationship every single day. Is it perfect? No. If it was, then it would be fake.
Yeah. I do know that people like struggle with Mother's Day content in general because everybody has, their own relationship with their mothers that are good or bad, and some people have lost their mothers. So I know that can be difficult. And you know what? I'm grateful for Amberlynn being able to rekindle that relationship with both her mom and her grandmother. I think I think a lot of people would love that for themselves, and so good for her, I suppose. Good for her.
Very fake. A lot has happened in my life. A lot has happened in her life. And we just have to get through it and go day by day. It just feels really good to be getting close to her and close to my grandma. I love them both so much. I also met a subscriber at Texas Roadhouse, and you were super sweet. You were so sweet to my grandma and my mom. I loved it so much, and you were so kind. So if you're watching, hello.
Yes, come on, guys, Texas Roadhouse subscriber.
Picture books, even the ones that I have already read. I do have a large collection, and I do plan on expanding on it. So I just want to see like which ones I love and gravitate towards.
I still have to say, this is the dumbest way to organize your books when we've seen her bookshelves and know that she could have like all of them in one row. Like, this is just so dumb. Like, how do you know what's happening in the shelf in the row behind the first row? Like, it's such a dumb way to organize your shit, but I guess whatever works for you and your family, Amberlynn.
But what I want to do right here, which it's gonna ruin all of this cuteness. But I want to put all of these in alphabetical order in just one layer so I can see them all instead of
Thank
two.
God!
Okay. They're all in alphabetical order now.
Makes so much more damn sense. I don't know why you didn't do something like that to begin with.
How I wanted it. And I realized that I have 2 of the I Would Leave Me If I Could by Halsey. So I have one
Also,
with her actually on it.
in what way is she doing these in alphabetical order? How are these in alphabetical order? Because, okay, you can see the old Gabby Hanna Dandelion poetry book, which I actually do own somewhere because I did a review of it on my channel. You can go find that too. But you got that, and then I don't know what the title. This is the author's name, Whitney Hansen. I don't know what the title of that book is. Although I think that's the one that she's been sitting in the front for all this time. But then the next one, you can see at the top here is the author's, I believe, and then it looks like the title of that book is "We Hope This Reaches," and then something that's off screen. And then the next one, you got the author up at the top, and it looks like the title is Black Book of Poems. Maybe she's doing it alphabetical by author, because that would make sense, because Gabby Hanna Hansen, last name, and then it looks like Holmes is the next one, and then that must be what she's doing. Did she say that she was doing it alphabetically by the author? I'm so delirious. What did she say? How did she say she wanted to... I gotta go back and find out now, because I'm like, that doesn't... What, is that help? I guess that could be helpful. That could be a helpful way to organize your books if you want to look for a specific author.
But I want to put all of these in alphabetical order in just one layer so I can see them all instead of 2.
Okay, she didn't say how in alphabetical order she was going to organize them. But it does appear, now that I've sat here and looked at it, it does appear that the plan was to do alphabetical order by author, not by title of the book.
Leave Me If I Could by Halsey. So I have one with her actually on it, and then an illustrated one, which I didn't even realize I had 2 of them, but that's fine.
All right. Also,
set you guys up.
Also, we have 2 minutes left of this video, and she hasn't talked about me yet. The whole reason I'm even watching this particular video is to hear what she had to say about me. Otherwise, I probably would have just recapped it. Maybe I should have.
Stay put. Thank you. I'm about to end this vlog, but I do want to do a question of the day.
Oh, yeah,
so
the
questions. A couple questions from you guys. So first question is, why are you not wearing your seatbelt in the car? I wasn't wearing my seatbelt because me and my mom were actually parked next to like this little taco truck area. We were actually pulled up in some shade so we can actually just eat our food. We weren't driving or anything like that, so neither of us had our seatbelts on. Are you ever going to post some solo/trio Fortnite gameplay? That'd be interesting to see. I'm actually thinking of doing that. So
let's do it. And by let's do it, I would like to see her do it. Not me saying I want to do it with her, because it's also just, dawning on me that one, she edits everything on her phone, so how she's gonna get like Fortnite game footage onto her phone, and she plays Fortnite on her Switch, which is typically harder unless you got like what's the thing called? Oh god, I have it. I can't think of what it's called. There's a thing that you usually plug into like your Switch to like capture the video on your computer and things like that. I can't think of what it's called because again, I'm lacking sleep. But I'm just guessing she doesn't have the technological know-how to do this, because she can't even, like, usually when she, like, reacts to videos, she can't even do, like, a picture-in-picture, like, edit thing like I do here, like, where I pop up, like, I'm recording on a camera, and then I add in the reaction right here, or the video that I'm reacting to right here. She doesn't know how to do that, or hasn't, at least, in the past. So I just imagine we're gonna get some kind of real janky setup if that's what she chooses to do.
Because I am Fortnite obsessed, I'm not gonna lie. If my face looks pink right now, because I know it does, I have 2 huge pink balloons right in front of me. And it's like reflecting off of my face. Do you have any hair growing tips, or do you think your hair length is genetics? Honestly, at this point, I think it's just genetics. My mom even has super long hair, which you guys actually saw in this vlog. Why did you mention...
Is growing your hair long genetics? Is length of hair a genetic thing? Listen, I'm not a scientist, but that is fascinating as a concept to me.
Genetics. My mom even has super long hair, which you guys actually saw in this vlog. Why did you mention playing with the reaction channel Zach? He's not going to want to play Fortnite with you. I just know that he mentioned that he wanted to play with me, and then other people are talking about it, saying I should. Oh my god, I feel like I'm going to sneeze. Cucumber. Supposedly if you look up and say cucumber, you won't sneeze, and it usually works, and it just worked. But yeah, I only mentioned playing Fortnite with Zach because he mentioned it first. I have been...
Not the fucking receipts! Well, listen, I never denied that I said it. I never denied that I did say it. Again, I changed my mind. I reflected. I had a nearly week-long vacation where I was at peace, where I didn't have to think about what Amberlynn was up to, and I came back with a lot of mental clarity is what happened. So, if you want to criticize me for anything, certainly you're welcome to criticize me for even saying that I wanted to do it in the first place, because I've reflected, and like I already reiterated at the beginning of this video, playing Fortnite with her would involve me crossing a lot of boundaries that I have put in place to protect my own peace.
With Fortnite lately?
Come on, Amberlynn, let's squad the fuck up. Let's go. I'm telling you, that was the pre-vacation, like, endorphin serotonin going on right there. Because why was I that excited? That's a great question. This is the best news. My manicure was everything there, though. My manicure is currently nothing, but that was such a cute manicure. Shout out to my girl Veronica, who does my nails. Let's fucking go. Or, Amberlynn, if you're watching, because I know you sometimes do and you sometimes don't, but if you're watching,
cringe.
You wanted to squat up. This is the one collaboration I'm ready to do with you.
And now I'm no longer. Ready to do it with you.
I'm ready to squat up with you. Let's go. Let's get some victory royale. This is
I think she even did some editing to my video, because there was a jump cut there, and I think that I wasn't doing a lot of jump cuts because I was just trying to get my videos out after before I went on vacation.
News for me going into my vacation, just knowing that Amberlynn is out there somewhere. Pew, 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 pewing.
I mean, I would still love to just randomly encounter her in the wild of Fortnite. Like, I would live for that. Like, there's a little part in the bottom corner where it pops up and it, like, lets you know, like, when people have eliminated other players and things like that. And I would love for it to pop up and be like, Zachary Michael, like, shotgunned Amberlynn Reed. Like, that, I would still live for that if it just happened by chance and I didn't have to talk to her or communicate with her and I didn't have to film it for the YouTubies. I would love that. I would love that if it just involved pure chance.
And I'm down. So, yeah. Last question is, why'd you stop getting your nails done, girly pop? Because I'm a lesbian. Anyways, hope you guys did.
I mean, it is true. It is true that some lesbians do keep their nails shorter. But also that implies that she is actively fingerlining with somebody in real life, and it's like, is what's her name? What are we calling her? I've been out of practice. Valentine. Is Valentine there with you for your nails to matter? If so, I would like to know. If so, I'd be interested to know. I'd be fascinated to know. Because, yeah, and then on top of that, though, there were definitely points in her other relationships where she did have nails. So I guess that means that when she was wearing nails, fingerlin wasn't happening. So here we are.
Enjoy this vlog. I hope that you guys had a good Mother's Day. If you don't celebrate it, a good day in general. If Mother's Day is really hard for you, you're in my heart because
Sure.
I know that feeling. I really do. I love you guys. I hope you guys had a great day, great night, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
Bye. Well, not bye forever, because we're literally gonna go and react to the next one, which I feel like might be more spicy considering what the title of the video said. But let me just be clear that if you skipped over the part of where I talked about my reasoning for not playing Fortnite with her, you might want to go back and just revisit that, refamiliarize yourself with that, because I think all of my reasons are valid and are very sound and or are good enough reasons for me. But let's get into the next one, which is called Starting a New Medicine, More Doctor's Appointments, and Zach Can't Take the Heat. Bar vlog.
Hey guys.
Hi.
A new vlog. Good morning. I actually have a doctor's appointment super early, so let's go do that.
Let's go.
Okay, so I
do have to say,
appointment.
Sorry, I know I'm already pausing. It's 10 seconds into the new video. But what I should have said before we even started this, because there's so much stuff about doctors and medicine in here, is that if you recall, also, since it's been a while since I was on the channel talking here, you might be a little bit out of the loop if you only get your news about Amberlynn from me. But if you remember, one of the last videos I reacted to, she was like, well, I went to the doctor and I found out some stuff and I'm not ready to talk about it, but it was devastating, but I'm not ready to talk about it and I'm just putting it out here so that I don't have to talk about it, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, she just wants people to talk about it. She really does. And to some extent, I will say, especially, trying to balance the stuff that happened to me in the last week and happened in particular to Noel, like, it is kind of hard because I didn't want to put anything out there before I knew everything was going to be okay, which is why I just said, hey, I'm canceling my streams and stuff like that. And even that elicited people to be like, oh my gosh, I'm so worried. I hope something didn't happen. One thing I've learned about being on the internet is that people are probably going to worry regardless, right? Like, that used to happen with just, like, simply Judy not showing up in a video and people would think something happened to her. I think to some extent it's hard to avoid people jumping to the worst scenario in their head on their own. And also, obviously, to some extent, in my situation that I'm talking about from last week, like, there was some stuff going on, but I just didn't want to, like, say anything without knowing that everything was going to be okay. So I think to some extent, like, she is at a place where, like, she can't win for losing, but also, if you don't want to talk about it, this video has doctors and medicine in it, and the one that I'll probably react to for tomorrow's video talks about Ozempic. And so it's just like, girl, if you don't want people to talk about it, why are we spending so much time talking about it,
I did cry a little in there, and I itched my eyebrow, and I messed up my makeup.
Couldn't tell.
It is what it is. I just fix it when I get home. I don't really care. So I think the doctor that I saw today, I
don't really care, but I did point it out to you all. But I don't care.
It's gonna be like my official doctor. I really genuinely liked him. I have a hard time with doctors because people my size are discriminated against in healthcare. That is a whole other topic for a whole other time.
Yeah, I don't want to get into that with you today.
I have like...
I don't need to have that conversation with you today. Not right now. I'm not in the place to do that, so thank you for moving it right along.
Really high respect for my doctor that I had in Kentucky, so it's like, I need someone to match that energy or we just ain't vibing. Just remember to be an advocate for yourself. Very important. I always stand by that. Okay, so we're at Walgreens because I have to get a prescription, so... Of course I gravitate towards the journals.
You are there for a prescription, you get out of that journal aisle. You walk your ass right out of the journal aisle and you go back to that pharmacy. You go right back to the pharmacy, do not pass the journal aisle, do not collect 200 journals. You're there to pick up your medicine.
Look at, you cannot pour love into others if you do not pour love into yourself.
Oh, so true, girl.
That. And I really like this.
That it is kind of cute.
Aesthetic. I might get it. Now we're at some place called Golden Chicken. I have no idea.
Golden Chicken?
Chicken salad. She got some roasted chicken. And Where did my voice just go? And then obviously I got a Diet Dr. Pepper.
Obviously.
For my salad.
Obviously.
Like this. And then here's like the chicken salad part. So I guess I just like put it on top of this. It smells good.
Wait, is that like chicken salad going into a salad? Like the chicken salad you put on sandwiches? Like the chicken, the boiled egg, the mayo, the mustard, the sometimes celery, the pickle, sometimes like the relish. You're putting that on top of us? Okay, work!
Not bad.
Ooh, it looks like there's maybe a grape.
Yeah, it's a little dry, but it's okay.
I'm taking my tomatoes out though.
Oh, perfect. Oh, and then on top of the salad, the chicken salad that already is like covered in mayo, we're also dousing it in like what appears to maybe be ranch or like a Caesar dressing. Oh, girl. Wait. Wait, let's watch that again. I wasn't ready. Miss Ma'am. Miss Ma'am.
That's not like the salad and go place.
What do you mean?
Their boxes are made to shake it up. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I think that one could be too. I think Amberlynn just didn't have it closed all the way.
There you go.
Oh yeah, this looks good. Okay guys, so I have been home for like 20 minutes. I'm actually about to call a med spa place. For my doctor's appointment, I will actually explain why I will.
I forgot that she wanted to get the Ozempic or the off-brand Ozempic. What is it? I don't know how to say it. Semaglutide. Let's just call it Ozempic. or if it's helpful, we can call it off-brand Ozempic. But I forgot she was going to go get that from a med spa place, which I did see some people, I think, the last time she talked about this, I think some people did comment and said something along the lines of like, that's honestly where a lot of people are getting referred to get like it for weight loss purposes if they don't need it for like diabetes or whatever. I don't know, I'll need to see what she says, but I also do think it's interesting because at one point she was also very much like people who don't need it for diabetes shouldn't be getting it because it's taking away from people with diabetes or whatever. And as far as I know, she doesn't claim to have diabetes, so that's also interesting to me. But I don't know, let's see what she has to say.
Went to begin with. Probably do that in this vlog. If I don't, probably in the next one. But while I was there, I just wanted, a professional's opinion.
Sure, thank you.
On semaglutide and what, he thought of me getting it from a med spa. And he actually highly recommends that I do that. I'm actually about to call the med spa right now.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it'll just be like, my first appointment will be a simple consultation, but we'll see. So I'm gonna call. I'll be right back. Well, darn, there was no answer, so I did leave a voicemail. But I feel confident in this decision because, I was debating back and forth, do I want to try this? But my doctor today, he explained some of the science behind it and why he thinks it's a good, fit for me. Mm-hmm. So that actually made me feel, a little bit more hopeful.
The one thing I'd be curious about this conversation, though, is that did you talk with him about the last time that you tried Ozempic and, the side effects and things that you had? Does he know your history in that kind of way? Because I think that would be an important part of the decision making. I mean, right now it feels like classic Amberlynn, where she's just trying something again that she's already tried before and it didn't work, right? Like this is a hop, skip, and a jump away from her doing Weight Watchers 1,200 times. That would be my concern about this. I am always supportive of people doing what they need to do to get their health in order, and I think right now specifically, Ozempic is something in media that is being kind of demonized because there's a lot of celebrities who are not in Amberlynn's condition of health who are using it for aesthetic reasons, for what's the word? Cosmetic reasons. and not necessarily because of health-related things. And I think that, you know, there's to some extent a good reason to probably critique those people about about their use of those things, especially when there's a shortage of the medicine in general. But I also think that, like, if Amberlynn actually commits to trying it out and it works, like, then great. She can use it as a tool, hopefully. I just, you know, if it sounds like I'm being so skeptical and you're brand new to the Amberlynn corner of the internet, or you're brand new to my channel, like, I always want to be hopeful. I said this in a Q&A that I posted while I was on vacation. I always want to be hopeful for Amberlynn, because it'd be so disingenuous for me to come on here and give advice for things that I hoped she would accomplish and things like that if I didn't actually want her to accomplish those things. And so I try not to be too skeptical, but I am skeptical because she's tried this before. She got sludge in her gallbladder or whatever, and she had to stop using it, is what she claimed last time.
Towards the situation for sure. But depending on if they call back today, or maybe I'll call back. I'm not gonna harass them.
Girl,
or anything,
don't.
But I am like,
don't. If they're not answering today, just wait until they call you back, or wait a day and then call them again. Like, calling them twice in one day because you didn't get an immediate answer is annoying. It's annoying.
kind of impatient when I'm really excited for something, but I know how to have patience. I know I have other clients and stuff that need to worry about, but I'll definitely give you guys an update whenever this moves along. Okay, you guys, so it is time. If you guys remember my new makeup
I do.
purse that I got.
I just watched that video.
Makeup bag. It says essentials on top. This is what I have been using, and it's just like overflowing. Like, it's so cute. I love it, but it's just like,
it is a cute bag.
Not enough.
What is this angle? Amberlynn, what is this angle? It's like, she's done YouTube for how many years now, and we haven't figured out the angles. Or maybe she has, and this is intentional. But what is this angle, girl? Is this supposed to be her Okay, a few things. One, is this her attempting to diagnose us with ASMR again? And two, you said you got this bag so it was easier to be able to see everything that was in there. You got it for organization purposes. And all we're gonna do is just throw everything in there willy-nilly. We don't want to try to, like, organize it in that space at all. We're just gonna toss it all in there. Just willy-nilly. That's crazy. That's
oh yeah,
crazy.
I like this so much more, and it's cute. Easier to see what makeup I need to use and pull out. You guys, I have lived in a lot of places, I will say. Oklahoma might be the most moody when it comes to weather. Like, 1 minute, okay, it's nice and cool, the sun is out, we're feeling good. Next minute, it's sprinkling and freezing. I'm just like, I really don't get it. Girl, but you know what?
Girl, come to the Midwest, baby. That's just an average day in the Midwest. I actually think that's, like, probably descriptive of a lot of places, but that feels very much Midwest behavior to me.
You gotta vibe with it, you know what I'm saying? So, I didn't harass them. Didn't even call them back, not one time, but a few hours later they called me back.
See?
And my appointment
See, that's how it works when you're not fucking annoying. When you just wait and be patient.
scheduled for the med spa. So, yeah, and it's scheduled actually pretty soon. Oh yeah, and by the way, I did get that journal that I saw at
thank
Walgreens.
God.
It was super cute, so I had to get
God.
it. But I am about to start taking some.
I was worried that you didn't get it while you were there to get your medicine and your prescriptions.
Antibiotics, and I'll explain more, but right now I'm actually about to go outside and wait for my mom.
Antibiotics.
I genuinely...
Does she have cellulitis again? I feel like that happens often, and she starts antibiotics frequently for it. Although, let me not speculate. I don't give a shit. I mean, I do. I hope she's fine. But, like, if she doesn't want to talk about it, then why do I care?
I just love playing the game. You guys know me. I love games.
Wait, she started talking about Fortnite again, I think.
And I'll explain more, but right now I'm actually about to go outside and wait for my mom because we're gonna go to bingo. I really just love playing.
Not Fortnite bingo. Another thing I love, although I don't play bingo that often. I occasionally go to a drag king. Drag king? I don't know if there's ever been drag kings at the bingo, but a drag queen bingo I have gone to frequently.
Game, you guys know me. I love games. I've always loved games, and it's just fun. So, yeah.
Love games. Oh, is she getting all the right numbers? Is she making sure she gets them all? Is she missing them? Y'all Nancy Drews on the internet gonna go look? Fact check?
Bingo.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Okay, guys, so it is time for...
See, I'm annoyed that I'm in the question of the day part of the video. I'm annoyed. Stop asking her questions about me. That's the part that annoys me the most, because this question of the day stuff is clearly such filler for her content. We are at 5.5 minutes, and there are 8.5 minutes in the video total. So the last 3 minutes of her video is going to be her coming up with content based on questions that people have asked in her comments. Like, that's what this serves. Because otherwise, if you don't know, you have to have at least the current limit for videos to have mid-roll ads, where you can like place ads in the middle of your video, not just before and after the video is done. The limit is at least 8 minutes. So she literally was like, I need 3 more minutes to put in this video, and so I'm just gonna answer questions for 3 minutes to get to the bare minimum. So that's why I don't like the Q&A part, because it's just filler content. But let's get to talk about me not being able to take the heat. Let's go, baby girl.
Questions of the day. First question, what happened to your hernia? Nothing happened to it. It's still
there.
Amber, can you take a clip of yourself with a seatbelt buckled while your mom is driving to prove the haters wrong, please? I mean, I guess I could. So I'll try to remember to do that tomorrow. Your mom has long hair like you. Has she always had long hair? Actually, yes.
Yeah, yes, because it's genetic. That's what we learned. It's genetic. She's always had long hair because Listen, I understand the concept that there are things genetically about our hair that can contribute to hair growth and things like that, but like, it's not necessarily like the length isn't genetic. There are things about your hair, the structure of your hair, that allows you to grow and maintain long, healthy hair. Now, we also know that Amberlynn hasn't been able to grow and maintain long and healthy hair because she had to whack off inches of her hair because she didn't take care of it with some kitchen scissors.
Did you see that Zachary Michael no longer wants to play Fortnite with you? I did see that. I did.
I'm glad that she's keeping up with my channel. I'm glad that she's still here watching, baby girl. She doesn't watch reaction videos. Who knows when she is or isn't. I just assume she kind of always is at this point, but here we go.
And it just goes to show that he really does cater to his audience. And I definitely don't mean that in a good way. I feel like a lot of reaction channels have to do that because they don't want to take the heat.
Wait. He definitely does cater to his audience, and I don't mean that in a good way. Well, I do want to reiterate, I gave multiple reasons for why I wasn't going to play with her, and a large part of it, the biggest part of it, is that what people said in my comments reminded me that I set some boundaries in regards to communicating with Amberlynn, because she's toxic. Because every time I do talk to her in the DMs, or have in the past, I should say, she's been manipulative, okay? And I'm just tired of dealing with manipulation, Lynn. So yes, people in my audience did in fact remind me of that boundary, and that is why we're doing this, okay? All right. But also, while that catering to your audience is a bad thing, when like Amberlynn certainly caters to her audience, and by that I mean she purposely over time on the internet has catered to an audience that hate watches her, has purposely trolled to get engagement on her content, and so it certainly caters to her audience in a much more toxic way than me simply listening to some feedback from people who didn't want me to collaborate with her in this way. So that's fascinating, because who does that hurt if I don't play Fortnite with her? Nobody really. like nobody's really too hurt in that. I'm fine. I get to keep my boundaries intact. I get to still enjoy Fortnite offline with my friends. But who does Amberlynn's trolling her when she, trolls her eating food, trolls with all these failed weight loss attempts and things like that. That hurts Amberlynn, okay? So, you want to talk about catering to your audience. You've been catering to your audience in the most toxic way possible for nearly a decade on the internet, all right, Amberlynn? Wild to me that you would take issue with me, listening to my audience and what they do and do not like. And for the record, there are many people that did want me to play with Amberlynn, and I took all of that into account. I simply, at the end of the day, did what was best for me and my family.
So they kind of can't think for themselves. They don't film for themselves. They don't make their own decisions. They really let their audience kind of make the decisions for them.
I also want to say I very much do think for myself often. It's also a thing that frequently makes people upset with me. It's funny that she's saying that about me specifically, because there's been so many times that the quarter of the internet that we're in has been upset with me because I have actually, to some extent, defended Amberlynn in some situations. I think specifically, most recently was that situation where she was in a laundromat and the person videotaped her, took photos of her, and posted it to the internet. I literally just in this video talked about the person that worked at the TJ Maxx that shared security footage of her at the store.
Another very recent one was also me kind of like talking about Amberlynn's mom and talking about addiction and supporting Amberlynn's mom and just like the ability to move past, like her past issues. And it seems like her mom is taking accountability for that. And I talked about all of those things, and people were also upset with me about that as well, because it wasn't a popular opinion. So I just, again, certainly do think for myself in this corner of the internet, just for the record.
So there's been all kinds of times like that. Specifically, we don't need to get into it, but specifically Cakegate, where I said it was crazy that somebody who considered themselves a fan of Amberlynn would send her a cake in the mail. There's been so many times that I have thought for myself that people have gotten upset with me and unsubscribed from my channel. It's really wild. It's really wild. And I guess I just say that also to reiterate that a lot of people, when I do those things, use actually Amberlynn's logic right here. A lot of people who get upset with me use Amberlynn's logic and say like, oh, Zach's just trying to keep Amberlynn happy. Zach can't think for himself. Zach has this relationship where he relies on Amberlynn's channel, so he has to be nice to her. He has to do this. He has to do that. Like, it's the same, different side of the same coin, Like, they both parts think that I am out here just trying to please whoever, whatever. And the reality is I always come here and do what's best for me. I do like to take my audience into consideration. It certainly is something that I think about when I make content on the internet, because at the end of the day, my audience is what gives me the successful channel that I have. And I know that's a foreign concept to Amberlynn, because people in Amberlynn's audience don't necessarily like Amberlynn, and so she's just doing whatever she wants to do, because the reality is that most people who watch her are not gonna enjoy whatever she does or whatever she puts out onto the internet. But the reality for me is that there are lots of people that do like me and do like my content. And so, yeah, I do at least consider most feedback that I get and consider how to apply it to my life. That's a really foreign idea and concept for Amberlynn because, again, our audiences are very different. But yeah, I'm just here to say that at the end of the day, though, I also always prioritize me. I also always try to make sure that the content that I'm putting out aligns with my boundaries, my integrity, my values. And so that doesn't mean that I'm just gonna post whatever will make the internet happy, because there's a lot of people who follow Amberlynn read reaction channels that don't agree with everything I say, and that's fine. And I don't ever want to be in a place where I'm catering to every single person. In fact, it'd be impossible to cater to every single audience member in this quarter of the internet. Does that make sense?
Because Zach's initial reaction was super excited and wanted to play Fortnite with me. And then he got some comments. He's afraid of the heat, so he's like, not doing it. And I know he's gonna have every rebuttal under the sun to reply to this video because I know he's reacting to it. Hello. No rebuttal is gonna mean anything to me. I just think it's silly that like you can have such a 180 all because like you're trying to impress your audience and you don't want to get heat for something. I don't know. It's just a little strange. But it definitely.
It's also making me think about how initially, when she first initially talked about playing Fortnite with me, she said, I don't hold any grudges with Zach or what he does on his channel. And yet this whole conversation has been like, well, this is what all reaction channels have ever done to spite me or to make content about me, and I just don't like how they do it, blah, blah, blah. Like, obviously you've held on to some kind of grudge. You've obviously held on to some kind of feeling about me that you're also like, I'm not even gonna care what his rebuttal is. Like, no rebuttal will be good enough for me because I just know how reaction channels are and I know how Zachary Michael is.
I think proves my point further. But it's like reaction channels have to fit inside of a box, and if they don't, then they're gonna get attacked for it, and they can't handle that.
Listen,
so someone quoted me.
I've been attacked for worse. I've been attacked much worse than I was attacked for me saying I would play Fortnite with you. I promise you. In fact, go back to the list of the other things that I just got done talking about. People were so mad about the Cake Gate situation. It was one of the most annoying periods of my life on the internet because I was like, I don't understand how everybody else is not on the same page as me. Like, I don't understand how we're not all looking at this the same way. And so, yeah, I've been attacked for worse. I've been through it worse. It really truly does come down to I did this because I realized that it was a violation of the boundaries that I set for my own peace and mental health. And I hope someday you can understand boundaries like that. Like, for instance, the boundary that you said once upon a time that you don't watch reaction channels and that you don't read the comments a lot because it's not good for your mental health. But yet you're here reading the comments right now and you also clearly watched my video, so you're watching reaction channels. Those are the kind of boundaries that I keep for myself. I don't go watch videos about me from people that I don't cover. I'm covering this right now because Amberlynn, I talk a lot of shit about Amberlynn. She's welcome to talk about whatever she wants to say about me. But I don't go watch videos about myself because that's a boundary I've set, Amberlynn. Do you kind of get how that works, how boundaries work? And so I'm grateful that people reminded me that I had a boundary of not communicating with you. And I'm so thrilled to keep that boundary. I'm so thrilled that I have reminded myself of the things I put in place to protect my peace.
And said, it makes me sad thinking about eating lamb, which is something I said in my last video.
You want to try this one little piece of lamb?
No.
Oh, this is also not even a full 3 minutes of her talking about questions because she's inserting old clips from literally like 2 videos ago to extend the length of her video. Stunning. Great. Let's go.
It's sad thinking about eating lamb. Yet you're eating chicken. They're both animals, so what's the difference? So I know this is like hypocritical, but I think it's hypocritical for a lot of meat eaters. There's certain animal we'll eat, and there's certain animal we won't. We will easily eat a cow, but we won't eat a cat. Like that, I could never in a million years even thinking about that. Like, gives me the creeps. It makes me want to like cry and hide and just no. Just like people will eat a chicken, but they won't eat a dog. Like literally, ew. There's like levels to these things for me, and I feel like lamb is in the same category as like a cat or a dog, in my opinion. I don't know why, but like little lambs, I just cannot imagine that ever touching my lips. Anyway, so that's the end of this vlog. I hope you guys did enjoy. I think now because I'm uploading more frequently, my videos will be shorter, but I hope that you still enjoy them, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
All right. I'll see you in the next one tomorrow. That was enough Amberlynn read for the day for me. Whoo, girly, Miss Ma'am, girly pop. What a wild fucking ride. Anyways, I hope that cleared up things for y'all when it comes to me and the Fortnite with Miss Ma'am. I feel like I said everything I wanted to say about that. And again, I live in this place where like I'm very hyper aware that I can't please everybody. Like I said, there were some people that were really looking forward to me playing Fortnite with her and are disappointed that I'm not going to. And there were a lot of people that were upset that I was going to do it. Again, especially considering that I have said and stated that I have boundaries moving forward with her in terms of not communicating with her outside of reacting to her. So I think everybody's feedback was valid. I really do try to take feedback to the extent that I can. And a lot of you also pointed out, like, Zach, you can't please everybody. And that's something I am, in fact, very aware of. I've been on the internet long enough now to know that, you know, it's impossible to make content on this, and particularly in this corner of the internet, without, like, upsetting somebody, but also everywhere on the internet. So I hope that helped provide clarity. And thank you all so much to coming back and also being patient with me while I wasn't posting and streaming and things like that. I really appreciate that. I'm very grateful for everybody that I have here on the YouTubies. So thanks for hanging out with me. That's all I have for today. If you're brand new, make sure to subscribe down below. Hit the bell button so you get a notification every single time I post a new video. Make sure to leave me a comment, hit like, click share, and follow me on all my social media. I love you all so much, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!